I am positive for the BRCA1 gene, and we'll be having a series of preventative surgeries for that, including a mastectomy and reconstruction and so on. The BRCA1 and BRCA2 mutations are actually a mutation in what's called a tumour suppressor gene, so the ones that sort of help to prevent cancer from developing in our bodies. And when that gene is expressed, that increases your chance of developing breast and ovarian cancer significantly. It's worth noting that you can get screened on the NHS now, which is great. My mother had breast cancer and died when she was 35, which is how old I am now. And I've actually known about this mutation for sort of the last decade. But I chose to have my children and breastfeed. I wanted to breastfeed, and that was really important to me. So I decided to sort of postpone any sort of treatments or surgeries until I had done that, which I have. I first saw my surgeon in January, and that triggered quite a lot of anxiety around whether or not I'd left it too late to have surgery, and like whether, you know, going through the process was going to bring up a cancer diagnosis, and whether or not it was too late and I wasn't going to be there for my children. So I, on advice, contacted Chai, who brought me in to meet with Deborah, and then we had a conversation, and she sort of recommended me to see a therapist who could help me with that anxiety during the process. It's actually a much broader charity than I thought originally, and they support like all ages and stages, and I know they support children and the families as well, so it's not just for the patient. I lost both my parents to cancer when I was very, very young. So I was 6 when my dad died and 8 when my mother died. And I know what it's like to grow up without parents, and I really didn't want that for my children. I just feel like I always knew, and I always knew that was going to be in my future, and it definitely hangs over you, and I think the relief after the surgeries are done is going to be enormous. In comparison to going through chemotherapy or cancer treatments of any kind, or not being here for my children, it's a no-brainer. It's not the easier choice, but it's for sure the right one.